Hi, friend. Welcome back to the Sunnyside Up podcast. I'm your host, Olivia, and today I have a guest that is returning to the show. He is an amazing father, a coach, and somebody who has. And please show up in the comments, show some support and some love for Jaymes Chigos. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm so glad to have you back. So on the last episode that we had, there was like a lot of people who loved that episode. So today I wanted to bring something a little bit different, especially some of the conversations that we had in the past. And one thing that sticks out the most is like, why do people stay stuck?
Because you stay in a victim mindset. You're busy blaming everybody for your circumstances, blaming outside situations, whatever it is, instead of where we're at, what can we do to get out of it, and focusing on the moving forward, or focusing on what got them there, how to get them somewhere else.
Right. So have you ever been stuck in your life? Like, how did you get out of being stuck?
Responsibility. So when you accept responsibility, you can't blame. It's impossible to be responsible and be blaming at the same time, because when you're blaming, you're giving other people control of the situation. But when you're taking responsibility for it, you're looking at how can I change the situation, and it's impossible to do both. So just by accepting where you're at, looking at what you want to do differently, and taking steps to get there, like that's the difference. That's what it takes that you get unstuck.
I felt like I was stuck like last year, and that's the reason why I chose the steps that I took to even like start this podcast and even get into the coaching program where we both met. And the reason why I felt stuck is because of like my actual circumstances, but it was because of the perspective that I was in. I wasn't looking at like, oh, there's actually more possibilities than where I'm at right now, you know? And even sometimes like, because our brains are gonna think, negatively about certain situations, right? I've had many things happen where I'm just like, oh, I'm stuck. And it's just like, no, that's your mindset. Like, you're telling yourself that story. Whatever story you want to believe is the one that you're going to believe. And that's how you're going to show up in everyday lifestyle, right? And if you choose to be in being stuck, you're not going to get to the next level. You're not going to get to the next chapter.
Change because you've given your power to whatever you're blaming, as opposed to taking control of the situation. Because again, if I'm blaming you, then I'm not looking at what I can do to change it. I'm giving you all the control.
You'd say that being stuck is technically a mindset. It's not physical location. Does that make sense?
So nobody can control your progress but you. There's no outside mitigating factor that can stop you if you make the choice to take action
Positive outcome.
for any outcome. Hopefully it's going to be for positive.
Yeah.
Whatever the outcome is, like if you make a choice that I'm going to make this happen and I'm going to take these are the steps to make it happen and do it. That's what separates the people from each other, like taking action and doing it. Period. So I could tell you, for me, for example, I was stuck most of my life living in a victim mindset, saying, "Oh, I only know how to do this. I've only been exposed to negativity, and until I landed in federal prison, and I realized that nothing's stopping me from growing but me. So I chose that time to grow and to focus on myself instead of allowing it to be dead time. And like I said, the only thing that was controlled was where I was at, but not what I was doing, because what I was doing was moving forward in my life because I made a choice that I was going to move forward no matter what. I didn't let the fact that I had put myself in a situation and blame my surroundings for, oh, I can't do anything. I took action. I surveyed what I could do and what I could change, and I did everything possible to change what I wanted to change by any means necessary. And that's the difference.
That's great. I ain't got nothing else after that one. That was like really.
It's the truth. I mean, like for me, I needed that, I guess. So like we don't always look at situations that occur and think about the good things that are coming from those situations. We just look at the inconvenience that it causes you. But if like I know you and I, we have similar spiritual beliefs, but like if you believe in God, for me, God put me there to protect me, to keep me safe, to protect me from other things that could have happened that could have potentially ended my life or made me where I was unable to provide for my children or God knows what else. But instead, I was safe. I'm where I am now. That adversity passed. I grew from it. I'm a better person because of it. I'm a better father because of it. I've everything about my life is better because of this situation that you could say, oh my God, I grew for 6 years. I had 6 years to focus on me and to become the man that I wanted to be and to take that time to only focus on myself. Where else do you get that? So that's again, that's perspective of looking at a situation and saying, like,
Oh,
do I want to
absolutely.
look at this view as this negative experience, or do I want to look at it and be grateful for because what I got from it is who I am now. So at the end of the day, can I look at it and really say it was a bad experience? Or do I look at it and say, look at this thing that I went through that caused me to wake up and be a good father, be a role model for people to teach them how to overcome things and to look at what's important in life and not let myself get distracted by other things that don't mean anything.
Right.
So I'm grateful.
Oh, absolutely.
God did exactly what I needed to for me. So we got to remember that when things come, if your mind is open to ideas, maybe it's not what we think it is in the moment. Maybe it's better than what you think, and it's just you need to have the perspective to look at it for that and to find the gratitude in the moment.
And another point is too, I can't top that, but the one thing that just stuck up for me is like a lot of people want to skip the suck and the
For sure.
stuck.
Especially now because you can go on social media and see everybody's here and try to go and like you want to gauge your life and rate this off of something that you don't even know if it's reality or not, but you just want the good part.
Right.
It's like having a baby. Don't nobody want to. If you tell a woman, "Oh, you're gonna have a baby, but check this out, you're gonna gain weight, you're gonna feel shitty, you're gonna have this happen, you're not gonna be able to sleep, you're gonna be throwing up," and start naming all the things that cause them to like be uncomfortable, it's gonna cause a feeling about childbirth and whatever that's gonna cause a negative emotion. But if you talk about the love and talk about how like there's no other feeling that you get beside like this where you have
The
this like
unconditional love, yeah.
it's like that's what people want. They want the after fact. Nobody wants to go through the labor part, and that's just simple math. But the reward afterward is so outweighs it that of course we want to. Yeah, man, forget what you're talking about. I know it's not gonna be that bad.
Oh, that's
And
so
it's like
good. Well,
same thing
I'm
with
so
anything.
happy that you're here in where you're at in life because we have these conversations all the time and I understand I don't understand what you're saying, because I can't imagine that person who you once were before to who you are right now. So I'm thanking God for it too. I have a
So
tear in my eye, like
I'm so grateful. Like I like again, like the person who I see in front of me when I look in the mirror, I'm extremely proud of who I am, what I do, where I came from, where I'm at. Like I was just having this conversation with somebody yesterday. I'm doing some work in front of my house, and I was just like thinking about the dream that my life is. Like I grew up in like I was worse than a trap. Like I can't even like compare where I started at to where my life is because I've taken control of it and not allowed my circumstances to keep me here. And I'm just so like I'm in awe and I'm just filled with gratitude every moment. And I thank God for everything that He's given me and for all the things that I've gone through because they created this life and this person and everything that I am is because of those things that I went through and that lessons and that guidance. And I'm grateful for it.
when you truly go through, the adversity and you sit back and you think to yourself, like of course it does not feel great. And even like sometimes when you replay the tape, it doesn't even feel great then, but then you also come to this point of like actually having the gratitude like, "Oh my gosh, I'm very thankful that I went through those moments so that it actually led me here." So, but I'm glad that you came back on the episode again. Yeah. Do you got a coaching program or something? Like where can we
I do it. You can reach me on Instagram, TikTok. Jaymes Chigos is my name. We have a couple different offers that we're putting out for you. There's a entry level where you can come in and just kind of like get a feel for things, and then depending on how fast you want to move and how much time you have to dedicate, there's two different ones. But you know the there's more involved in each one, and it really depends on you and how fast you want to get there. But we'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you. Please reach out. Even if you don't need coaching, if you just want to, we're here. We love y'all and we appreciate you.
You're not only did you transform yourself, but you're transforming others as well too.
Yeah, I mean, God gives you gifts in order to give them back, and I firmly believe that everything that He's pulled me through is the only reason why I've made it through so many of the things that I've made it through in life is because He had a purpose for me, and my purpose I finally found is to help give back to people and help them overcome things that they go through, that I've been through, that we all go through, in order to live a life that's fruitful and content and be happy. Like, there's literally nothing that can stop you if you make that choice that you to have the life of your dreams. Nothing. There's not much that I haven't been through, and it doesn't stop you if you don't let it. So all you have to do is make that choice. But like I said, we're here. I'd love to be there for you. Reach out.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.